Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. I do appreciate you joining me this evening. So, for those of you who watched the channel, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to pull an oracle card from the White Light Oracle deck I have right here. I love this deck. It resonates with me so well. I had originally intended on only pulling from this deck for the first 4 zodiacs that I did in the New Moon series, but they're resonating so well that I decided to go ahead and do it for all 12 zodiac signs. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Becca. So these messages can be a little long, and if they are, if it's too long for you, just fast forward to the tarot reading. Okay. We have number 30, Vulva of Satyr. Beautiful cards. We'll turn it so you can look at it. All right, number 30. Your inner the blah 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 blah. Okay. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear, so that you may contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. From the Norse traditions of Scandinavia comes the sorcery of Satyr, the practice of cracking open an egg in order to read and also shape the future. The egg is a symbol of infinite divine potential and the beginning of new life. Satyr is a mysterious soothsaying or visionary practice which also involves shamanic healing, to divine an appropriate pathway through times of trouble and communal strife. Through prayer, chant, and binding magic, as well as visionary practices in an altered state, all of which are supported by focused collective intention, a powerful healing takes place. The appearance of this oracle indicates that your soul talents, whatever they may be, can be of influence in the world. If you dedicate yourself to personal development for the greater good, you can contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. Even if our intentions are pure, believing we know what should happen to whom and when is the working of the ego and not the soul. We may want the best for all beings, but we cannot know why their path is unfolding as it is, or what their soul needs to learn. Satyr is a practice of shadows and spell casting, binding and release, which could be used for higher purpose or personal gain. It dwells upon the borders of morality. The spiritual maturity of the practitioner will determine whether its effects are for good or ill. This oracle advises us that good intentions are not enough to ensure the outcome of our efforts is beneficial. We need the wisdom that comes through surrendering into divine intelligence. With an awakened heart, it is possible to be a clear channel for spiritual light in the world, dedicating our soul talents to overcoming hate and divisiveness. Traditionally, the practitioner of Satyr was a spiritual leader known as a vulva or vulver, soothsayer or seer, Spokana, woman of prophecy, or Siokana, woman of magic. She would not work alone, but called upon community members to empower the practice. When we choose to align our actions with our heart truths, we become the spiritual birth mothers and founding fathers of a more spiritually advanced humanity. Tremendous creative power is generated when a group comes together in focused practice. If you seek to work with others, be aware of the positive potential and proceed with integrity and care. The patron goddess of Satyr is Freya, the Norse goddess with an insatiable appetite for pleasure, life, sensuality, the finer things, and unconditional freedom to be as she chooses. She is also a goddess of war. Hence, she's not afraid to enter into battle nor love. Her husband Odin is associated with prophecy, inspiration, and ecstasy. When he is away from her, she weeps red gold tears. No stranger is suffering or ecstatic pleasure. Freya is the divine vulva. She reminds humanity of both our innate spiritual power to embrace all life and the inner spiritual resources we have to make it through any difficulty without compromising our hearts. The art of Satyr is one of collective dreaming and doing. It is the ability to move in darkness, to become wise to our own potential, to become manipulative, controlling and therefore negative, and to outsmart that by consciously choosing to bring love, freedom, spiritedness, and passion, the hallmarks of our presiding sorceress Freya, into our lives. The message of this oracle is that you are able to bring a positive influence into whatever situation or circumstances unfold in your life. Dedicate yourself to goodness. Believe in your power to effect positive change. That's a strong message, Capricorn. And since we are represented by the Devil card, keep that in mind. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our reading. What is the past? What is the past for my wonderful Capricorns? What is the recent past? What is the recent past? Thank you. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is a lack mentality. There's a definite feeling of loss there. What is the present situation? Thank you. The Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. What is the potential blockage? The Ace of Pentacles. What is the message from Spirit? The Eight of Pentacles. And what is the potential outcome? The Four of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So there is some clarity, there is some truth. There is a idea. I actually feel like a lightning strike. So here we have two very clear ideas. All right, so we have a feeling of lack here. In the present situation, I want to say that your wish is being fulfilled, but you need to be very careful of the ego that can come along with that. What's blocking you is the Ace of Pentacles. So this might be some sort of solid foundation, or feeling like you need to invest in something, right? Your message from Spirit is the Eight of Pentacles, and I just heard get to work, Capricorn. Your outcome is a beautiful union, the Four of Wands. Now, maybe that's finding your soul tribe. Maybe that's being an amazing, wonderful commitment. Or maybe that's just having a reason to celebrate. Okay, so let's look. We have the Queen of Wands. The Ten of Cups. We have a 10, 2 aces. Interesting. I have one more. There it is. And the Hermit in reverse. So, the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands might be your energy, or it could be someone else's energy. But you feel like someone took something from you, and that what they took from you was your happiness and contentment. There is a need to go within, to do a little more study. There is some inner work here that needs to be done, or that needed to be done. Maybe you were in this time of feeling like someone had taken something from you, and you spent a lot of time in that, but then you got your confidence back and you're moving out of that. So let's look at this 9 of Cups. The 5 of Wands in reverse. The 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. The bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. That's amazing. And the Ace of Wands. And there you are in reverse. Okay. So you might be juggling something, but you've actually put down some sort of conflict. And I think what you're fighting is some past emotion here. Could be a relationship. But there's a need to find balance. Like, almost like sometimes when you fight so hard for something, and you've just been in the battle and you don't realize when the fight is over. Let's look at this Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. The Tower. What is this blockage? The 4 of Pentacles. That's too many. One more, please. Thank you. And the Lovers. So you need to make a choice. At the bottom of the deck, there's that Ace of Wands again. So that's 3 aces. There's something very creative here. And you're worried that it's going to cost you something. You're hanging on to that 1 pentacle, when if you would just give up that 1 pentacle, you could have many pentacles, right? You could have 8 pentacles. But there's an epiphany coming in here, that you need to see the stability in. There is some need for faith. And I mean, I know as earth signs, we can be very much, if I can't touch it, feel it, taste it, it does not exist, right? And you're really, really holding on to that. Remember that the Ace is supposed to lead to the 2, and the 2 is supposed to lead to the 3, and it goes all the way up to 9. Right. Let's look at this 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords, that's 2 8s. The Magician. And the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card in reverse. So there's a need to let go of the outcome of this decision and realize that what is manifesting for you is exactly what you wish for. So you have to be very clear. What makes you happy, right? Staying in a mental trap, staying trapped by whatever it is that you're working on doesn't serve anyone, right? And this picture is actually making me kind of sad. You know, are you going to spend your whole life doing that thing instead of this thing, when you could pretty easily get out of the mental trap, step out of it, and follow your passion and trust it? Are you going to fail? Probably. If that's not okay, then you're not a human being. Okay, so let's look at this Four of Wands. Please clarify the Four of Wands. It did come out in reverse. I turned it back because I've had a couple of cards come out upside down and then get clarified by the same thing right side up. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Five of Cups in the upright and the Two of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we have the Empress in reverse. So again, if you have the Four of Wands plus the Two of Wands, that's the Six of Wands, that's victory. But you're gonna have to overcome this self-sabotage of feeling like you're not enough and knowing that failure is going to happen, right? None of us are perfect. But if you don't ever take that first step, I mean, we have 1 and then 2. You're not going to have the option of failing, you know? Risk and reward is a huge thing. And you have to be very aware of what it is that you nurture. If you're not nurturing your own heart, you can't nurture the heart of others. Alright. Let's pull a Spirit Animal Oracle card. What's the final message? What's the final message for my Capricorns? We have Lizard Spirit, which is actually a little dragon. Dream the world into being. And I'm going to pull a Mystical Shaman Oracle card. Number 6, the Blade. So, number 38 and number 6. So, 38 breaks down to 11, a master number of awakening. The wake-up call. We did have the Judgment card upside down in reverse, which could mean that you're refusing to hear it. So let's start with the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Lizard Spirit. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing the ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible? making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with Spirit. Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was ephemeral, Ian talking today, ephemeral will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. The protection message. Have you been allowing your imagination to run amok and dream up a nightmare that seems to have come true? Fear not, for whatever dreaming you did in the past can change today as you dream anew. Wake up from the perception that everything is wrong. Lizard Spirit asks you to open your eyes and consciously dream a better dream. What would it look like to already have what you desire and be the one you wish to be? How might it feel to work toward co-creating this new dream as a reality in the world of the senses, drawing it out of the world of dreams and building it in the world of form? Trust in your ability to dream anew. Honor it today. And then we have the blade. And sixes can talk about the material world. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power, so take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheathe the blade and use it wisely. The medicine. It's time to put down the sword and place it back in its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to the drama at hand. Set yourself free. Set yourself free, Capricorn. And I saw that here in your message from Spirit. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Remember that you can do it, and to err is human, and we don't ever learn if we don't make mistakes. And making mistakes is a beautiful thing. It gives you the opportunity to learn. So remember that I love you. Have a beautiful night, and bye-bye.